KDC with another agenda, and I'm going to explain everything why VAR intervened in the middle of the pitch. This is the main reason why VAR was allowed to intervene.
But this game where they go like this now, they do VAR to check. This is the first time that I'm seeing that they are using VAR to check simulation at the middle of the pitch. Not for penalty, not for anything.
KDC with another agenda, and I'm going to explain everything why VAR intervened in the middle of the pitch. This is the main reason why VAR was allowed to intervene. Now, under IFAB protocol, VAR intervention is restricted to only 4 game-changing scenarios. 1. Goals and offenses leading to goals. Secondly, penalty incidents and offenses preceding penalties. Thirdly, direct red card incidents. And fourthly, mistaken identity in disciplinary sanctions. Now, when VAR can intervene on the simulation, there are 2 exceptions, and both of the exceptions are why you see VAR involved with dive sometimes. Number 1, the first one, simulation to win a penalty. Penalty decisions are reviewable. If an attacker dives in the box, VAR can recommend an on-field review. The penalty is cancelled, and the referee can then give a yellow for simulation. That is what the phrase VAR, can review and overturn decisions where simulation directly influence the outcome, refers to. Secondly, simulation to get an opponent sent off. If a player fails a serious foul play and the referee gives a direct red to the opponent, VAR can review the direct red incident and see if there was contact or not. The red card will be overturned. So VAR did not intervene because simulation became reviewable. It intervened because the referee booked the wrong man and mistaken identity is reviewable. Here is what actually happened in the quarterfinals between Argentina and Switzerland. It happened in the on-field decision. Referee Joao Pinheiro actually initially booked Argentina's midfielder Leandro Paredes for fouling the Swiss striker Embolo. Embolo went down in the 72nd minute claiming a foul. I'll tell you why VAR allowed the call. At this World Cup, VAR has the power to intervene if a yellow card is shown to the wrong player. Mistaken identity is one of the 4 original reviewable categories, defined as when officials assign a yellow or red card to the wrong player. The VAR, Guillermo Pacheco, told the referee that he believed the yellow card should have gone to Embolo for simulation instead. Now, replays clearly actually showed that Embolo went to the ground without being touched by Paredes. You can look at it here. The protocol was the yellow card was initially given to Paredes, but upon VAR review, officials determined that Embolo committed simulation. They rescinded Paredes' yellow card and handed the foul to the Swiss player. That is why you saw the stadium graphic that VAR checked for mistaken identity when they showed it. Embolo was caught out by the new mistaken identity rule and received a second yellow for simulation. So why did it become a red card? Because Embolo had already been booked in the first half. So when the yellow was transferred to him, it was his second yellow. And obviously, a second yellow is a red. Argentina went on to win this match 3-1 after extra time. So the red proved costly. This is exactly why commentators, even the commentator was calling it a loophole. See, if the ref had actually simply waved to play on and not book Paredes, VAR could not have intervened at all for a midfield simulation. The intervention only became legal because a red card was shown to the wrong player first. Now, for this 2026 World Cup, FIFA has expanded VAR to also review clear mistakes on red cards from a second yellow and other incidents, which is why this transfer of the yellow card was allowed to stand. Without that mistaken identity trigger, a dive in the middle of the pitch stays exactly as I said. They will not review it. It is not reviewable. So that is the explanation. All these things that KDC is saying, let him go and make research before he speaks. Simple.